Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Friday follow-up in the continuing journey of accountability. Folks, it's been a real busy week this week. I'll be meeting with the Tops Club Board of Directors. This is our second day of a two-day meeting. We're doing it virtually to save money and get some stuff done and not wait for the annual meeting, which will be held in October. So again, like I said, it's real hectic week. The meeting is going very well. We're talking about trying to get things back on track. And that was the sense that I got yesterday in talking with the board of directors, that we're talking about getting the new chapter manual ready for print. We're revising the field staff source books, talking about virtual retreats, going over the finances for Tops Club. And it was like feeling back of normalcy, just getting back in the groove, the topics that we normally talked about before the pandemic. Now, yeah, we put some stuff on the shelf during that time, things that could be put on the shelf just because chapters weren't meeting and attendance was down, and we were all trying to figure out this pandemic. And it's, we're not there yet, but we are certainly coming out of it, and we're better off than we were last year, and definitely better off than we were 2 years ago. So it was great to see the board of directors and be able to discuss things, what we're going to be doing in the future, and kind of putting things behind us. So that's good, and we'll have more for you folks later on in the year as things come to fruition. But there's some things that we really can't put on the shelf, things that we can't delay. Well, if we do, it might be a little more difficult later on to take care of it, and that's our health. I think for many years, and again, there I go again. I don't think, I know. For many years, I didn't take care of myself. I was young, foolish, thinking that, I would live forever and didn't have to worry about that stuff. And that's not true. Being obese all my life, if I hadn't made some course corrections, the things could have been bad. But the fact that over 20 years ago, I found Tops, or they found me, however we want to talk about it, that I made the corrections, and I'm feeling much better. And you've heard me say before, where people that I hadn't seen in over 20 years, class reunions coming up this time of year, and weddings, and unfortunately funerals. We see folks that we haven't seen in a while, and then they see me and they say, really surprised you're still on this earth, Rick, because you were a mess 20 years ago. Of course, it would have been nice if somebody would have had the courage, or it's courage is the good word, to kind of tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, you better do something here. Your blood pressure's through the roof, your cholesterol's all over the place. You're just like maybe, one donut away from a heart attack here, So, but I did make the correction. I didn't put it off any longer. And fortunately, I said, I am much healthier now than I was 20 years ago, despite the fact that I'll be 66 next month. But hey, I'm here, right? Then that's what counts. So, the fact that, there are some things we can delay, some things we put on the shelf because we have to, but let's pay attention to ourselves. Let's deal with what we need to deal with so that we can make it going forward. It's never too late to make a change. And I think that's probably the most important thing that I would like you to take away from this short message this morning as I get ready for the board meeting, is that it is never too late. if you make a course correction at any time, you are better off than that moment before you made that correction. It's not complicated, but the fact that when we're hearing our medical professionals and healthcare providers talk about just losing a few pounds makes a dramatic effect on your health, that's what you need to focus on. As I was preparing for this morning, trying to come up with a topic to discuss with you folks, we had fun last week with the 125th version of these Friday follow-ups, and I was looking back through my notes because yes, some of it is repetitive because it's the core mission that we are, the getting healthy and losing weight. But I was looking at what I spoke on last year and 2 years ago. And I came across where I mentioned that there was a gentleman in my chapter who joined because of my success. And I was, kind of felt good that I was helping somebody. And he went to the doctor, and by the time they figured out what he needed to do, he was going to have to lose over 175 pounds to get where he needed to be. And it was a little panic because he looked at that long range, 175 pounds that he had to lose. And we talked about it, just saying, don't focus way down the road or 175 pounds. Focus on those first 1 or 2 pounds. Because just doing that has a dramatic effect, like I said. It's the same way as if that you're trying to increase your physical activity. If you have a hard time walking, just making a few more steps each day is going to help in the long term. And that's what I say, focus on the moment, change what you can at this time. But again, it's never too late. Make those changes. And I look at what I have done over the years. Is it perfect? No, because we're not perfect. And we're going to have slips. But that's why we have TOPS. That's why we have our meetings and we stay connected to help each other out. This week, like I said, hectic. And I was unable to weigh in last night. So I can't report on whether I lost or gained, but I have, like I said, have other ways to keep me accountable. And I don't think well, here again, I don't think I know that I did not do a great job moving around this week, because I checked my phone and I didn't have very many steps. I was just kind of like tied to this desk, and I had a school board meeting last night. And I'm not making excuses, but it's just that I should have done better, knowing, because I knew things were going to be, I had meetings this week and stuff. I could have got up a half hour earlier and do some walk around before I get started on my day. And I just lost focus. It happens. But again, thinking back about the whole 20 years, I'm better off now than I was years ago. Maybe we need to get a t-shirt about that I'm better off now than I was yesterday or the day before. Even thinking about, like, I know more today than I did yesterday, right? We're always improving. So again, focusing on the board meeting this week and other meetings that's going on. And yeah, we're getting back. Some things are taking a little bit longer to dust off, taking them off the shelf. I'm hoping that everybody will be patient as we kind of fire up the engines and get ready for 2023. Now you say, wait a minute, Rick, it's August 2022 and you're worried about 2023? You have to plan, folks. If we want to get manuals and information ready for our members, we've got to get it now so that we can get it in the pipeline and get it available for the beginning of the year. There are a lot of moving parts in TOPS Club Incorporated, and I think sometimes folks don't realize it, and that's fine. That's for us and the board to worry about. But the fact that I got the sense yesterday that everybody was like ready to let go of the pandemic and move forward and get these things going again is a great thing. So next Friday, I will be able to weigh in Thursday, and I'll report on where I'm at. Hopefully, I can do my course correction and get back on track. And before I go, just want you folks to realize, or if you're questioning the background that I'm using today, no, I did not ask the board to buy me a presidential plane so I could fly around Tops Nation. It's just something that as you folks have realized, I like to play around with virtual backgrounds. And when I interview, the inside joke is when I interviewed for being president for Tops Club back 5 years ago. It's been that long, folks. 5 years ago, during the interview, I actually asked, God's honest truth. I says, do we keep the corporate jet over at the airport just down the road? So I thought, this is going to be a good gig. And I was told that if I did a good job, maybe I could get a plane, but we're not there yet, folks. But it's nice to dream, right? And it's nice to have fun, because I think that's another great message that we have in our organization, that, weight loss and getting healthy is challenging. But we never should do it alone, and we should have fun doing it. I'll see you next Friday. I got to go meet with the board. Have a good day.